welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and it is that time again to talk about empties. And my bin is empty this time because I thought I would categorize them and I'd like go by makeup and skincare and toners and whatever, all like in categories. And then, I don't know, I just didn't want to do that, but I have everything laid out on the table here, so I'm just gonna pick it up and then throw it in here after I talk about it. I finished a lot of stuff this month that I loved. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna go on and on about a lot of these things. Like, this was my favorite. No, this was my favorite. No, this was my favorite. I loved a lot of the stuff I used up this month, and yeah, it's also a lot, so let's stop rambling already. I'm just gonna kind of just pick randomly through here. This is the IT Cosmetics Brush Bath Purifying Solid Brush Cleanser. I got a couple of these during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty one time. Oh, my nail. If you've been looking at my nail for the last month, I smashed it. It's been black. It finally fell off. It's not black anymore, but it's growing back in, jacked up. So if you see it, that's what it looks like now. At least it's not all black anymore, right? Anyway, bought a couple of these during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. I think they were $10 each, and this was a really, really good soap. It's a soap to clean your sponges with and your brushes, and it's really convenient because the soap fits right in here. And you just get your brush and rub it all over the soap and then rub it on like your little mat or whatever you do to wash your brushes. I really like these kinds of soaps that are made for cleaning brushes because most of the time they rinse super fast. You're not gonna have like bubbles constantly like re-emerging from your brushes. I'm going like this as if I'm washing a brush in my hand. You're not gonna have a lot of bubbles constantly like coming up on your brushes. It's gonna rinse really clean. There's no fragrance. And I liked this a lot. But I wouldn't repurchase it because each one comes in this plastic container, and I don't need another plastic container like this with the soap. So if they sold the soap on its own just as a bar wrapped in plastic or something, I'd be okay with that. But this was really nice, and for 10 bucks I thought it was quite a steal. Okay, I used up this little sample from Glossier. This is the Glossier You perfume, and it was just one little sample that you wipe on your body, and I just knew that I was gonna love this perfume. I don't know why, but there have been 3 perfumes. Have there been 3? I know there's 2 for sure, but I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting. But there's only been 2 or 3 perfumes that I have loved without ever having smelled them. And then when I smelled them, they were amazing. And this was one of them. I just knew I was gonna love this. Just from the packaging and the description and everything, I just knew it was gonna be great. And it is, oh my goodness. It smells just amazing. So it says here comprised mostly of base notes those that sit closest to your skin. Glossier You melts in with your natural scent, a familiar personal fragrance that smells like you. A lot of people on the reviews of this say it smells like weeds or it smells like grass. I do get that kind of earthy scent from it and like that, I don't know, freshness, but I don't smell grass or weeds. I think it smells so good, and I did buy this in the rollerball size. I wanted to get the solid perfume, but it was always sold out, and I'm kind of glad I didn't get it now because to put it on, you'd have to touch it with your finger, and then I feel like my hands will smell like perfume, so I loved this, and I did buy it in a full size. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. Let's just go through all the little packet stuff that I have right here. This is the Augustinus Bader, the Rich Cream little packet. This is so freaking good. It's also one of the most expensive moisturizers. It's definitely over $100. It was so good. If there was ever a sample again for this, I would take it in a heartbeat. It's rich and oily, but also it melts into your skin and makes you look like a glowing angel. I don't know. It's so good. Loved it a lot. This was from Dom Dom, I don't know, Mochi Mochi Luminous Cream. I actually didn't like this at all. This was a little packet of moisturizer, and it felt like one of those moisturizers that has wax in it and like seals your face. I rinsed it off like so fast. I did not like that at all. This was a little shampoo conditioner packet from Sachajuan. This was actually kind of interesting packaging because it was a sample of shampoo, but you bend it like this and a little hole pops out of the back, and then you can squeeze all the product out. I thought that was kind of interesting. These were good, but nothing remarkable. I didn't even remember that I used them until this moment. This was from Huxley, the Secret of Sahara Body Lotion Moroccan Gardener little packet. I have one more of these and I love it. I loved this so much. It was super, super thin, like watery serum, like it poured right out of the packaging. One little packet like this was good for my whole entire body, like neck to foot. Loved it a lot. The scent was really good. It smelled like fresh cut This kind of smelled like fresh cut grass, like someone was outside doing landscaping or something. Amazing, loved it, super thin, would be great for summer. The Orbe shampoo conditioner, again, another one that was very expensive for what it is, and I don't really notice it do anything special. One of my favorite masks from the cream shop, this is the Fusion sheet mask. So this particular one isn't my favorite, it's the Fusion masks that are one of my favorites. I don't know what it is, it's like serumy and creamy, and then the cloth is really good. I always have a really great experience when I use the Fusion masks from this brand, and I love it. This one was no exception. This was from Tony Moly. This is the I'm Avocado sheet mask. So I bought the Ulta skincare favorites, like their little summer set. I did record the video on it, and then I kind of didn't put it up. If you want to see it, let me know. I just opened everything up, and then I tried everything also, and I gave my little thoughts on the products. It's a really, really good value, and I liked most of the products in there. But let me know if you want to see it. I could put it up. This was a sheet mask that was in that set, and this is one of the worst sheet masks I've ever used. I thought a sheet mask is definitely one of the easiest things to make and one of the hardest things to mess up. Even if it's not that great, it's still like, yeah, it was fine. This was one of the worst I've ever used. So the cloth and the mask part that you unfold to put on your face was so, it was thick, but it was delicate. And it really felt like I had wet toilet paper and was trying to like paste it onto my face. And I was trying to like, as I was trying to even just pull it to like make it tight on my skin and like move it around, it was ripping. Just not even that much pressure. I was getting it just to like pull it like this, and two big chunks would come out in my hand. There was rips all over my face. I looked ridiculous. And then the little cream in there was nothing to write home about. Would not buy that again, nor recommend. This one's from Patchology. This was the Smart Mud No Mess Mud Mask. So they did send me this. They sent me a bunch of masks to try out. And this is one of the ones I was the most excited to try, because how on earth can you do a mud mask and a sheet mask at the same time? You know what? They did it, and it was awesome. So this was like your traditional sheet mask that you unfold and put on. It was in 2 pieces though. And it had a clay mask on it. I thought it was so cool because it truly was no mess. I had a little bit on my fingertips just from unfolding the mask, but that was it. It didn't drip down my face. It wasn't in my hairline. It rinsed super easily. I liked this quite a bit. It left my skin super soft. The only thing I would say is it says here to leave on for 10 minutes or longer if desired. I would say just leave it 10 minutes and take it off. I left it as long as I wanted to, and I want to say it was probably 15 minutes-ish, but when I went to take it off, it peeled off of my face. Like it had dried onto my skin. So I would say maybe don't leave it as long as I did. Leave it just the 10 minutes and take it off, but I really, really liked this, and I can't wait to use the other ones. Okay. Let's pick up this little guy. This is from Honest Beauty. This is the hydrogel cream. This was also one of the little products that's in that Ulta, it's like Skincare Saviors or something, Skincare Superstars. This was a little moisturizer in there. This is the hydrogel cream. Fragrance free-ish. It kind of smells like the ingredients, but I loved this. I mean, I wiped out this little container. It does claim to have a cooling effect, and I only felt the cooling effect the first time I used it, and then that was it. I never felt it again. So I don't know why that is or where I needed to store this to keep feeling the cooling effect, maybe in the fridge. I just kept this in the bathroom, but I loved it because it's a really lightweight cloud cream, water cream, one of those moisturizers that really thins out on your skin and feels like genuinely like water. I really liked this a lot. I would buy this in a full size. I really, really enjoyed it. I even got my like finger in there, I was wiping all the corners out. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it a lot. A few mascaras. I actually have a bunch of mascaras here to talk about. 6 of them. One of them, I'm not calling it empty. I think it just kind of ran out, but the other ones I did feel like I used up. This is the Maybelline the Curl Bounce, the Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara. This one is super underrated. I really, really liked this one a lot. It is a little bit of a drier formula, and it has a slightly curved-ish wand, but this one does hold. I mean, I don't curl my lashes, so I was going to say it holds your curl, but it curls my lashes a little bit, which is kind of nice. So since I don't curl my lashes, I do notice that they're different, and this does kind of push them up a little bit, so I can imagine it would hold up your curl. I don't know. I liked this a lot. I thought it was awesome. A little bit of a drier formula, which is what I enjoy. It curled my lashes a little bit. Wore all day. Didn't smear, smudge, didn't transfer. I feel like sometimes I did see transferring, if I'm remembering correctly. But I liked it enough, I totally would buy that again. One of my all-time favorites here is the Maybelline, Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High. This is definitely one of their best-selling products at this point. It's an amazing mascara. If you like something very long wearing, like almost like waterproof, but it's not waterproof, it has a really great wand, just something really slim and simple, slightly tapered at the tip. It's a rubber bristle wand. It's a little bit wet formula, so it's a little bit of a wetter formula. So it builds up on itself, kind of, like you gotta kind of wait a little bit in between coats to get it to build up, because wet mascaras I find just get really goopy when you try to build them up too much without waiting for them to dry a little bit. But I love this a lot. It does take a little bit of elbow grease to remove. It kind of removes like a waterproof, but it will wear all day long and it won't smudge on the lower lashes. So I loved it. Another one I absolutely loved is number 7, the Full 360 Ultra Nourished Panoramic Lashes Mascara. I probably wouldn't have tried this if I hadn't got it in a gift set for Christmas. This was in one of number 7's like makeup sets that they came out with for Christmas time. And I love this so much. I couldn't stop talking about it at work because that's where we sell it. And I was like, have you guys tried this mascara? I love it so much. So the wand is a wand that I generally don't like. It's very hourglass shaped, just a little too big, but somehow this still worked. It didn't get all messy. I was still able to get the little lashes in the inside corner there. This built up so nicely. It layered on itself well. Big, full, fat, super black, volumized lashes. They looked fake. I loved the heck out of this mascara and I wore it constantly and I wouldn't stop talking about it. Definitely one of the best mascaras I used all year. I loved it so, so much. This is one that I feel was definitely a letdown because I don't know if when the first time I tried this, I hadn't used a lot of mascaras before, so I thought this was like the best thing ever. It's the Dior Diorshow Iconic Overcurl Mascara, and although the packaging is so cute, I just remember this being a lot better a few years ago. Oddly enough, I think the Maybelline Curl Bounce is very, very similar to this, although a little bit better. Because this one, I was never really like I wasn't excited about it whenever I would use it. Another slightly curved wand here. I mean, this is very, very similar to the Maybelline. It'll hold up your lashes a little bit, curl them a little bit, but I found the formula of this one to just be like, I had to build the heck out of it to get it to show up on my lashes. Just way too dry. I don't know if maybe it was just dry when I bought it, like it was an old one or something, but I waited so long to repurchase this and ended up not being very good. So I don't know, just kind of disappointing there. This is one that I think is just dried up. I definitely did not use this enough to say that I emptied it. It's from Glossier and it's the Lash Slick Mascara. I tried to use this the other day on my lower lashes and this tube is like empty. So I don't really remember it, but I do feel like, was this supposed to be a tubing mascara? I don't really remember. But I do remember it being very, very, very natural and not really my thing. Cute packaging, like the brand, but this, I don't remember liking it and it's empty now. And then the other mascara I used up is the Fantasize mascara from One Size. This is the little sample. Not a sample, it's like the travel size that they do sell. I loved this. I loved this so, so, so much. On its own, it's amazing. It'll lengthen, thicken, volumize. It's so good. It doesn't transfer up here or anything, but it does flake. And throughout the day, I would see just little dots of mascara throughout the day. Here's a closer look at the wand. I do wish in the travel size that they made the little stick a little bit longer because I always felt like the lid was touching my face as I was trying to use it. But I loved this so, so much. I started using the Maybelline tinted primer, the mascara primer, and then I would put this on and then I found it didn't flake at all. I feel like the primer just like gave it something to grip onto a little better. Loved this so much. I totally would buy this again in the small size. I just never really have a good experience trying out a travel size that I love and buying the full size. It never works out the same. Travel size though, love it all day. It was awesome. Enough with the mascara already. Okay, this is from Krave. This is the Oh So Simple Water Cream. I have had this for a very long time. I want to say like 3 years-ish, at least. Definitely over 2 years. I did a video comparing this to the Aveeno Calming Water Cream, or what is that what it's called? I like that one a lot more. This is one I actually didn't like at all. I only use it a couple of times on my face. It's really thin and lightweight. Like, it feels like a texture I would really enjoy, but it also has that kind of waxy feeling to it. Like, it feels like it's making a coat of wax on your face, and I really despise that feeling on my skin. So once I notice the moisturizer doing that, I'll stop using it. I used this up on my hands. I kept it in my bag. It was nice enough, but it's a little too lightweight for me. And I like lightweight moisturizers, but this is just not for me. Would not repurchase, and just not for me. Let's talk about a couple of perfumes. So this is the Sol de Janeiro, the Cheriosa 62 little perfume sample here. I loved this a lot. I mean, there are times when I get really sick of this scent. It's the same scent as the Boom Boom cream, that moisturizer. There are times when I get really sick of it, and then there are times when I can't get enough. Like right now I'm wearing the deodorant, the Rio Dio, and it has the same scent, and then when I spray this on, it's like all I smell all day. I love this a lot. I would buy this in a full size, actually. I think this is quite awesome. And it lasts like the perfect amount of time throughout the day, where I can't smell it super strong all day long. I love when a perfume starts off strong and then kind of fades throughout the day, because I don't want to have a headache all day, you know? And then I used up the Atelier Bergamont Soleil little spray here. Atelier is definitely one of my favorite perfume brands. I have smelled so many of their sprays. I have so many of them in this little size of bottle here, and they're all good. I think there's one or two that I didn't like very much. Like, the scent just wasn't for me, but most of them are just like citrusy and zesty and yummy. I loved this so, so much. I was sad to see it go, but I liked it a lot. Definitely got some good use out of it. And then this is Commodity Gold. This is the expressive one. I want to like this, but I can't like it. I can't. I have to let it go. I want to say there's like this much. Like, it's almost empty. I used a lot of it up, but it's very vanilla. If you like vanilla, like, this is for you. But it's vanilla, but there's something else in there that's like there's like a bite to it that gets in my nose, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a headache. I did use it quite a bit, and it's very strong. You can smell it all day long. I can smell it all day long in the room where I sprayed it. And I can smell this on the clothes after I wash them. So I spray perfume on my clothes because it's a lot easier. Like, if it's too strong for me, I could just change my shirt rather than trying to wipe it off of your skin, you know? So I took some clothes out of the dryer, and I had worn the same shirt a couple days in a row with this perfume on it. When I took it out of the dryer, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it had sprayed, like, it smelled like I had just sprayed the perfume on it in the dryer. It was so strong. So I can't wear this anymore, but it was good, but it's not for me. And I'm not really like into that super heavy vanilla scent. And it's very, very strong too. Very, very strong. This is the Innisfree Green Tea Cleansing Oil. I love Innisfree, and I really like their green tea line a lot. The cleansing oil, although really good, I got very sick of it. Like, probably halfway through, I was like, oh my God, I gotta use this oil again. Like, cleansing oil just lasts too long. And as much as I love certain products, sometimes I do want them to be done and I want to move on to something else. And with cleansing oil, they just last forever. I feel like I was using this for a year. Like, it just seems like it was taking forever for me to use it up. It works really good, takes off all your makeup, works on the eyes well with no irritation, rinses really clean, has a great scent. I love the Innisfree green tea scent. Oh, there's just something about it. And right now I'm using the Innisfree, the green tea seed toner, or the essence. I love the scent of this. And this works really good. This is the second one of these I've used up over the years, and good, but would not repurchase, got my fill, and so excited to move on to something else. What's next? Let's do a couple of these toners and essences. So this is the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Essence Water. This was sent to me by Style Korean, and I liked this a lot. There's like a tiny drop in there I can't seem to get out. Oh look, I got it. Of course I got it. Anyway, I did like this quite a bit. I thought it was a really lovely essence. But honestly, I didn't realize this was an essence until I saw Kelly Driscoll just talk about this in one of her videos like a few days ago. I don't know why I use this like a toner, even though it says right here, ginseng essence water. I thought it was lovely, and I feel like even though you don't get the layering right, it's still gonna sink into your skin. You're still putting it on. Like, putting it on is the point, even if you're not like layering it perfectly. I really, really liked this. I feel like this was doing some great stuff for my skin, but although it was good and I liked it a lot, I wouldn't repurchase it with my own money. If I was gonna rebuy anything from the ginseng line, I would get the cleansing oil. I loved that one. Nice and thick. Just something different, and I liked this a lot, but I wouldn't repurchase it anytime soon. Same with this product here. This is from Missha, the Time Revolution First Treatment Essence. This is supposed to be like their take on the SK2 First Essence or whatever. I feel like I had used one of these before, but I'm not sure. But I think it was a different one. The Secret Key one. That's the one I used that was kind of similar to this. This was fine. I mean, I didn't really notice it do anything remarkable for my skin, but I feel like sometimes skincare isn't meant to be like something you're gonna see results from right away. It's something you'll notice in the long run where you're like, oh, my skin hasn't been getting a lot of sun damage, or it's been staying really glowy or staying really tight, or I don't know, my pores are clear. I feel like you see the results later on when you don't see stuff. Like, you're not seeing the signs of aging, and it's because you were using this essence every day or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I liked this. It was good, but not something I would go out of my way to buy again. Currently, I'm using the Missha Time Revolution Artemisia Treatment Essence. That one I do like a little more than this, and that one I have used before, and I really like it so far. So, good, but wouldn't go out of my way to buy it again. This was a little mask from Trader Joe's, the Pumpkin Overnight Face Mask. I bought this back in the fall. I think this is when they had come out with this product, and I was so excited to get it. I'm like sucker for like seasonal items, especially that Trader Joe's puts out. I'm like, I gotta scour the store and find it. And then once I found it, I was afraid to use it. And I don't know why, but anytime something has like fruit extracts in it or papaya enzymes and stuff like that, this was an overnight mask meant to like really exfoliate your skin. But I have tried other masks with papaya and pumpkin in them, and they're super duper strong. So I actually never wore this as an overnight mask. I just ended up using it as like a 10-minute mask. And it does say you can use that and still get results. And I loved this. I loved this so much. I don't know if they sell this throughout the year. I hope they do, because this is a really, really good product. I use it as a wash-off mask in the morning, or I would use it at night. It would leave my skin just glowing and feeling so soft and smooth. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed this quite a bit. It does smell like pumpkin quite strongly, but not in a bad way. It smells like a seasonal item, but I really hope they carry this all the time because it was bomb. It was awesome. So, so good. Dang, I have a lot of stuff still. Okay, eucerin, hydrating micellar water with hyaluronic acid. So I use micellar water every single day, and I used to be a micellar water hater. I thought it was so useless. I didn't get why people liked it or used it. I didn't get it. But I now use it every single day. So I use a micellar water that has oil in it when you have to shake up. I get a Q-tip amount, and I use it to remove mascara and liner from my lower lash line, because there's always residual stuff there after you wash your face. But I use something like this on a little cloth every morning, and I wipe off the skincare and sunscreen that's on my eyebrows. That way my eyebrow makeup goes on smoothish and kind of like not clumpy and cakey in a weird way. Anyway, that's what I used this for. Oh, I also use it to remove fallout from under my eyes when I'm doing my eye makeup. And then for the occasion where I jacked up my eyeshadow and I need to remove it, that's what I use this for as well. And this one was really good. I actually like this one a lot, and I would repurchase it, but I'm not going to because I hate this packaging. So it has this tiny little dropper bottle here. Like, this is perfect for an essence or a toner because it keeps a lot from coming out, like just a few drops come out at a time. But I want just a big squirt to come out right away. I felt like I was constantly just shaking it to have one little drop come out. I found the packaging very annoying, and then the lid was a screw-on lid, so I threw it away because I was so annoyed every day having to unscrew this lid. So I liked it, but I will not repurchase because the packaging is so annoying. But the liquid, really, really good. I used up the Pixi Dreamy Mist. This is the jasmine and lavender little face spray. And I have talked about this in videos previously where I said I feel like I was getting nightmares every time I'd use this because it has melatonin in it. And I don't know if melatonin absorbs in your skin the same way that I don't know if melatonin would work the same way absorbing through your skin as it would work when you ingest it. Does that make any sense? So I liked this a lot. I loved the scent of it a lot. I did pour it into another bottle. It kind of smells like Fruity Pebbles or something. I enjoyed this quite a bit, but I don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy it again. I don't really feel like it did anything, but most face sprays don't really do anything. I just kind of like the effect. I just like the experience of using them. I would buy this for the scent, but I don't think it does anything. But I liked it enough. Is it worth the nightmares though? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. This is from The Ordinary. This is the Squalane cleanser, squalane based face cleanser and makeup remover. So I used to hate this when I first got it because I was using it wrong, and I didn't realize I was using it wrong until like this year. I'm kind of just working through all of my makeup removers and stuff, and I was like, eventually I'm gonna have to use this one. And you know what? I turned out to love it. I turned out to love this. So it's one of those cleansers you squirt out and you put it on your dry face. And this one does have a little more of an interesting texture because it feels really silky, and it feels like it's not massaging onto your skin. It feels almost like you're moving something on top of a barrier. It's really weird. But then after about a minute of doing that, it suddenly will change texture and get really oily. But I feel like it takes a full minute to transform. And then it works great. It rinses super clean. Like right when you start putting water on it, it's rinsing off really easily. Works on your eye makeup and everything. I liked this a lot, actually. And I would buy it again. I wasn't expecting to love it, and you know what? Turned out to be one of my favorite things. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Cleansing Gel. So I bought this when I was traveling. I was actually out of town because of the face wash I had taken with me I really didn't like, so I stopped and bought something that specifically said removes makeup. And this actually worked really well. It washed my face good, took all my makeup off, worked well on eye makeup. There was only one thing wrong with this, and it's the scent. So at first it does have that Hydro Boost scent. You know, it smells like the color blue. The packaging, it smells the way that this packaging would smell. Like turquoise. Anyway, it smells like that for a second, but there's something weird about this fragrance. And there's 3 products that I've smelled this on lately. This, a body wash I have, actually two body washes I have in the shower right now that have this weird smell, and it's the same thing in here. So it smells like, so in my hand I have unfragranced ingredients, and up here is the fragrance they put to cover up this unscented smell. But then when you use the product, the scent goes away and all you're left with is this unfragranced weird stink. And that's what this smells like. It smells like dirt or something. It's a really weird smell, and I can't use this. It has a gross smell to me, and it's all I smell. Like, I smell the unscented smell that they tried to cover up with fragrance, and although the product is great, I can't use it anymore. This is from Lush. It's the Dream Cream Body Lotion, and this was in a little gift set that I got. Someone had given it to me as a gift, and I was so excited to have it. This wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I guess being called the Dream Cream, I thought it was gonna be like a nighttime cream, like a lavender or something, and it didn't really have a scent. It kind of just smelled the way the ingredients would smell, like nothing too crazy. It kind of just smelled like, I don't know, Whole Foods or something. But this was, oh, a cooling cream. So this wasn't cooling at all. That's weird. A calming and cooling cream to moisturize even the most sensitive skin. I didn't notice this to be cooling whatsoever. And this was also the most intense, over the top, super crazy, hardcore body moisturizer I have ever used. It was super intense, and during the winter time, I love something like that. I put it on at night, put on my pajamas, put on my robe, and I just feel like a nice little wrapped up cocoon in moisturizer. And I like this for that. I keep opening it to show you. I like this for kind of that thing. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this again. It was a little too heavy duty, but it was nice while I had it, you know. It was fine. This is from Belief, the Aqua Bomb Brightening Vitamin C Cream. What's going on?
Your video.
I heard a scary sound.
Smells like turquoise.
You don't know how to smell colors. You don't know anything.
You dropping acid? What are you doing? I can taste the rainbow.
Anyway,
Sky.
this is is the Belif Aqua Bomb Brightening Vitamin C Cream. It's just a little sample here. I love when I get these little samples from Belif. I just something about this brand that I love so much, but I've never bought anything in a full size because I always seem to have little samples laying around. They all have such a great scent. They all work really well. I don't think I've ever tried anything from Belif I disliked. Actually, no, that's a lie. The body moisturizer, I didn't like the texture of that whatsoever, but I liked this a lot. I mean, I didn't really feel a difference between this and the regular Aqua Bomb. It was nice. I totally would use another sample of that, but I wouldn't buy it in a full size. This is something I really didn't understand. It's from Shea Moisture, the Even and Radiant Raw Honey Daily Exfoliating Toner Pads. So I love a good pre-soaked pad that has just like some toner or some essence or some acids on it or something just to wipe on my face every day. I like this kind of stuff and it's usually something I enjoy, but these, I didn't really like the pad texture very much. It was really hard to get through these. The texture of the pad was so rough and really like pokey and scratchy. Like the first time I used it, I was going so gentle on my skin. It took me a while to use these up, even though there was only 30 pads, because they were just so rough and so scratchy. And then the essence or the stuff that was on it, the toner, I guess, I don't know what it did or what it was supposed to do. These were not, I don't want to say they were even bad because they didn't do anything, but the cloth was really scratchy for me. I used up this little Kosas Wet Oil Lip Oil. I love this. This is in the shade Jellyfish. I actually did a dedicated review on this a few years ago. I love this so much, and I forgot I had this little sample still. It just smells so lovely. The like jelly in here is really good. It's super glossy and nourishing. I like this. I would buy these in a full size. I thought this was wonderful. I used up the little mini Sephora Clean Skin Gel for face, eyes, and neck. It's just a little basic clear face wash. It was fine. Nothing to write home about. This is from Filorga Scrub and Detox Intense Purity Foam Exfoliator. So I knew right off the bat, this being called Intense Purity Foam Exfoliator, that this was going to be very heavy duty, and it was. This was so way over the top intense for my face. I only used it once on my face. I finished it up on my feet. There you go. This is the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. I got 3 little tubes of this in an Allure Beauty box, and I freaking love this so much. I actually bought the full size, and I wasn't going to. When I was in Palm Springs, we went to Sephora, and this is the only thing I looked at. I was like, I have to see that in real life. This is just one of the best, most beautifully textured moisturizers I've ever used. Like, this feels like a luxury moisturizer. It was so good. And I ended up buying this little Laneige set that came with the full size of the moisturizer and then 3 other like travel sizes of their other hyaluronic products. I love it. I love it a lot. Like, I think I'm gonna cut this open and get like one more use out of it. It was one of the best moisturizers I've ever used. It was just like it felt rich, but it thinned out really nicely and moisturized well. It wore great under makeup. I have nothing bad to say about this. I think even the price, I think the price is low for how freaking amazing this is. One of the best things I used up all month. This is the Tatcha, the Rice Wash Soft Cream Cleanser. This is okay. I've used up a couple of these little guys before. I'm a big hater on foaming cream cleansers. I really don't enjoy them, but this one's not bad. It does have some like grainy particles in it, like it feels a little bit exfoliating. So I wouldn't buy this in a full size, but if I had another little mini, I'd use it up. This was a cream mask from Papa Recipe, the Eggplant Mud Cream Mask. And this was just fine. I did enjoy the texture quite a bit though. So it was a mud mask that's now on the ground. It was a mud mask that didn't dry down really hard. So I left this on for 30 minutes and it would just feel like creamy on my skin. Left my skin feeling super soft, clean. Nothing bad to say about it. It was fine. Wouldn't go out of my way to buy it though. This was from Bliss, the Mint Chip Mania Cooling and Soothing Ice Cream Textured Mask. I really liked this quite a bit, and it took me a long time to use it because I didn't want it to be gone, because I don't know why I feel like they don't make this one anymore. It had a really great scent, like mint chocolate. It smelled so good. It felt so good on the skin. This actually was cooling, and it had like chocolate pieces in there, but they were shea butter, I think, something like that. Yeah, shea butter. This was really good. I liked it quite a bit. My skin felt super duper soft afterwards, and I would buy that again. Okay, we're fighting with the sun here, so I'm gonna try to hurry up. This is the Biosan Squalane Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. I mean, I don't know if there was enough in here for me to even really notice any benefits, but the serum was really nice and lightweight, and it didn't sting my skin, irritate, or anything like that. But that's kind of all I know about it. This is from Rovectin, the Skin Essentials Barrier Repair Face Oil. There's a tiny drop in there, and I'm gonna get it out. This was sent to me a while back, and I procrastinated, I guess, using it because I loved it so much, but I've had it for like 3 years, maybe a little longer at this point, so I knew I had to start using it up or it was gonna go bad. I loved everything about this. It's a ton of essential oils are in here, so if you don't like essential oils on your skin, this is not for you because that's pretty much all it is. It has a really lovely essential oil overload kind of scent. I loved this a lot. I totally would buy this again. It was wonderful. Loved everything about it. I used up the number 7 Advanced Retinol 1.5% Night Concentrate. I loved this. I have another one of these to use up. The packaging was kind of faulty though, like this little squirter kept popping out of the thing and I had to keep putting it back in. So I feel like there might be a little bit left in there if I cut it open, but I feel like I got everything out. This is a really good retinol, at least for me. It didn't irritate my skin at all, and I used it every other night until it was empty. Never irritated my skin whatsoever, never made it feel dry, and I liked it a lot. I totally would buy that again, and I already have another one. This is the Unite 7 Seconds Detangler Leave-In Conditioner. This was one of my favorite things. I got this in Beauty Test Tube, I think. I'm a huge fan of a leave-in conditioner spray, and this one was great. It had no fragrance. Did it? If it had a fragrance, I didn't notice it, or it wasn't too heavy. Yeah, it just smelled like conditioner. Nothing fragrance like perfumey or anything like that. Left my hair feeling really good. The sprayer kind of sucked. I always emptied it, like I always sprayed it into my hand, and then towards the end I just kept pouring it into my hand because the sprayer was like one straight line rather than a nice mist. But I loved this. I would buy this again. I loved it a lot. Am I starting to look evil? I feel like this lighting is making me look evil. We're almost done. I have the AHC Essential Real Eye Cream for face. I've also had this for a very long time. It's an eye cream that you could use on your whole face. I ended up just using it as an eye cream. It was fine. I don't really know what it was supposed to do, like any particular results, but it was nice and moisturizing. Took a really long time to use up, and towards the end I was like, this has to be the last use. I need to use something else already. Liked it. I know this was a free gift with a purchase though, so I wouldn't go out of my way to buy that, but it was fine. This is the Suave Coconut Kiss Deodorant. It's interesting how long it takes to use up a deodorant. Like I'll buy one and have it the whole year, but body washes I'm like, it's gone in 2 weeks. It's the weirdest thing. I remember buying this at work because I forgot deodorant that day, and this was the cheapest one we sold. It was like $1 or something, and it was fine. It actually was nothing wrong with it at all. It smelled nicely. Towards the end, it started turning on me as I tried something else, but it was fine. I would buy it again. This was an amazing serum from Skin Food, the Royal Honey Propolis Enrich Essence. So I bought this several months ago and I procrastinated using it because I didn't want it to be gone, because look at this beautiful bottle. It's just absolutely gorgeous. You can kind of see the light through it there. It says it's an essence, but I did use this as a kind of a serum just because of the style of the packaging. It's in a dropper bottle, and it's in one of those nice droppers that picks up the product for you when you pick it up. Oh my god, I can't open it. There we go. Like it picks it up for you. Anyway, this felt like you're putting on liquid silk on your skin. Like my skin was so glowy, so radiant, so juicy and bouncy. I 100% would buy this again. I thought it was amazing. Nothing wrong with it. I thought it was lovely and I would buy it again. I loved it so much, and I hated seeing it gone. I like dumped it out. Like I got every drop out of that. I used up a beauty blender. This is the Beauty Blender Pro. I do have another one. I got a couple of these for Christmas, and I feel like I used this till the end. And although it looks like it's fine, when your sponge starts getting like little holes in it that are way too big, and it just starts feeling funny on your skin even though it's clean. I think I was using this for 4 months? 4 months-ish, and I think that's pretty good use out of that, so I'm gonna let that go. And then the last two things I have here were two of my favorites for the whole month. I'm definitely looking evil now. I only have 2 more things left. They're both from Soap & Glory. It's the Smoothie Star Body Butter. This was amazing. I only bought this because one of my coworkers went around to the whole store and made everybody smell it. She goes, doesn't it smell so good? There's only one, I'm gonna buy it. That's what she said, so I laugh about it all the time. So I bought this because she made me smell it, and I never smelled this one before because I've smelled the one that says Breakfast Star or Breakfast Smoothie or something, and I hate that one. So I thought that that's what this was, but it's so good. It's very almond. If you love almond, go give this one a smell. It smells incredible. I feel like I ran out of this perfect timing because I know during the summer I'm not going to want to put on a body butter every morning. But I loved this. I want to buy this again. They actually sell a body lotion in this scent, so I might go for that one. But I loved this, and the scent was so lovely. It was really good, but not overwhelming. Some of the scents Soap & Glory does are way overkill, and this one was not one of them. Never gave me a headache. And then the last item I have to talk about, right? Yes, last item is the Soap & Glory Smoothie Star Body Wash. This is a body wash the Coffee Break with Danny talks about all the time. She uses it up like crazy, and it's the same scent as the body lotion. Although this scent doesn't linger on my skin after I get out of the shower, I wish it did just a little bit more, although it perfumes the bathroom really well, and the actual wash is on another level of amazing. It's really creamy and frothy, rich. It's really, really, really good, and the scent is just amazing. But I do wish it lingered a little bit on my skin. And that is it. Those are all of my empties for April, everything I used up. I know this was a long video. Thank you so much for watching it. Let me know some things you used up this month. I would love to know. And thanks for being okay with this lighting. What do you know? I use the sun. What are you gonna do? But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye. Look like a demon.